Welcome to another Cardano update. So as you can see, Cardano actually reacted to the support zone right here, and maybe the second wave is already in. I mean, it should be in. If it's not in, then we will most likely get another B wave low. But if it's in, then we should get some kind of 5-wave move to the upside to confirm that. And right now we don't really have that much, but we did bounce off the 0.786 support level, and we were also oversold on the 4-hour RSI. And usually when we do that, we go up, like we did right here, for example. So we'll see what happens. Now, obviously this could fail because, at the end of the day, Bitcoin dominance is still going up, but it is very close to topping in my opinion. So, we could start going up right now, and we could start outperforming Bitcoin on the Cardano chart, but, we don't have to do that. Now, I will also talk about Bitcoin for a second before I continue with this, just to get an idea of what Cardano might do, because as you know, Cardano likes to follow the Bitcoin chart, so if Bitcoin will go up, then of course Cardano will go up with it. It will not go up as much, obviously, because Bitcoin dominance is still at cycle highs, but it will still go up a bit. So that's not about the Elliott wave count. So as you can see, I put these support levels on the chart. We now have 2 new support levels, but actually 3 if you count this as well. I will explain what this is very, very soon, but before that, let's talk about the Elliott wave count again. So here we have a 1, 2, and now we are working on the third wave of that 1, 2 setup, which should get the 200% extension, and then is at $80,000, which is a new all-time high, and that will complete the third wave right here. Now, of this third wave, we only have the A-B structure, and we are still working on the C wave, which is the yellow C wave. And of that C wave, we have another A-B structure, and we are working on the C wave of the yellow C wave. So the green C wave is the C wave of the yellow C wave. And in this green C wave, we have another A-B structure. And right now we need the C wave of the C wave of the C wave of the third wave. So I know this can sound complicated, but trust me, it's not really that complicated. And I'm still expecting Bitcoin to go up, at least in the short term, just because it's holding support levels. As you can see here in this B wave right here, Bitcoin reacted, I think, to the 0.282 extension multiple times, and then it formed this A wave. And in this B wave, it reacted to the 0.786 support level, just like Cardano did, by the way, if you can remember. And now we're bouncing back. Now, this could be a fake out, and this could turn into some kind of different structure, because this could be the A wave of this C wave, and maybe we are about to get the B wave of that C wave, and that's what this support region is for. So basically, if we drop below this low right here, which is at $64,981, then that will invalidate this A-B structure, and it will mean that we are in a much larger A-B structure, and that's still bullish because after that we will still need a C wave. So it does not really matter what happens right here, to be honest. You just have to hope that Bitcoin manages to hold this support level, which is $62,000. And honestly, I don't know if this will happen, because at the end of the day, Bitcoin does not only go down in Q4. And I actually read a comment yesterday saying that Bitcoin will go to $43,000 in Q4. And I don't know if that person is new around here, but if you check out the Bitcoin monthly returns chart, Bitcoin never goes down in Q4, especially in a halving year. So I don't really know where that 40K prediction comes from, but we don't have to copy what's in any previous cycles. But even if we do somehow get to 43K, I still think Bitcoin will somehow bounce to about 100K by the end of the year. So yeah, but like I said, that 43K prediction that I read in the comments yesterday, honestly, it makes absolutely no sense. And it doesn't even make sense to think about it, because at the end of the day, Bitcoin is still in an uptrend right now. It broke out of this sideways price action, and it's very close to getting new all-time highs. So I really don't understand why people are being bearish on Bitcoin. Also, today is the election day, so we'll most likely get a short-term pump at least. And yeah, I'm bullish on Bitcoin. I mean, of course I am. If you look at the weekly chart or the monthly chart, I mean, how can you not be bullish on this chart? Like, come on. Also, if you look at the monthly RSI, the RSI is currently 65, and we are $4,000 away, well, $5,000, let's say, away from the all-time highs, and the RSI on the monthly is no longer overbought. And if you check out what happened in the previous two cycles when we did get to the overbought territory, for example right here or right here, we got to an RSI of about 92. But here, when we broke the all-time highs, we only went to an RSI of about 77. So that leads me to believe that Bitcoin will get to about, let's say, $200,000 to maybe even $255,000 in this cycle. And honestly, if we go to similar RSI levels as we did in 2017 and 2021, then it is possible for Bitcoin to even go to like $300,000. So if that happens, then of course Cardano and the other altcoins will most likely go up as well. I mean, there's no question about it. Even if Cardano somehow hits a new bear market low right now, if Bitcoin gets to about $200,000 in this cycle, then Cardano will most likely recover and it will still get to new all-time highs in my opinion. So yeah, there's no reason to be bearish on this, to be honest with you. Now, like I said, we'll have to see what happens with Bitcoin dominance. In my opinion, we are very close to topping. We could have topped already, but like I said many times, in the first cycle, we were also going up on the Bitcoin dominance chart in the first 2 or maybe 3 weeks of November. So this is not really surprising what's happening right here. It's not surprising that we're getting new cycle highs in November. Like I said, it's very unlikely that we top in October, and we did not top in October. We continued to pump in November. But keep in mind, the Bitcoin dominance RSI on the daily, it's currently overbought. On the weekly, it's also overbought, as you can see right here. And if you look at the monthly, it's also almost overbought. And I think once it gets to the overbought territory on the monthly, that's it. And that's when we get the altcoin season, and that's when we get a huge correction on the Bitcoin dominance chart. And in my opinion, when we do get that direction, it will touch this trend line right here, and we will hit, let's say, a 40% dominance level before we go into the next Bitcoin dominance bull market. Now, I know that does not seem like a lot, Bitcoin dominance only going down like 20%, but you have to keep in mind that if Bitcoin gets to 200k, this will most likely be the most bullish altcoin season yet. Because in order for Bitcoin to get to 200k, it needs to go up 3x, which means its market cap also needs to go up 3x. And if that happens, then the altcoins will just go crazy. But of course, that's just speculation and that's not financial advice. Now, looking at the Cardano chart, it's still in this 1-2 setup right here, and let's go on the 4-hour. Like I said, we are in the second wave move down, and we need 5 waves to confirm that the second wave is already in. And then, if we somehow get 5 waves, then we should get above the bull market support band, and then form this third wave right here, which is the third wave of this 1-2 setup, which is at 41.3 cents. And then after that, we need a 4 and a 5. And after we form these 5 waves, then I will be able to confirm that the B wave low is in and that we're heading in a C wave right here. And honestly, we could do this month. I mean, that would not be surprising, to be honest. So if we get to about 52.7 cents right here this month, then it's very likely that we get to about $1 by the end of the year, and then about $5 to $8 by, let's say, May or June of next year. So yeah, we're still working on the C wave of this AB structure, and we should get to these target zones. Now, of course, to confirm that the second wave low is in, we still need to form these 5 waves, and right now we only have the first 2 waves and the AB structure of the third wave, so there's still some work to do, but I believe Cardano will be able to do it. And if you can remember, I mean, Cardano was pretty much doing the same thing in the previous cycle, so here we were also going sideways, as you can see, and then all of a sudden we pumped 100% in November, and then Cardano kept going up after that. So if we want to stay bullish on Cardano, then in my opinion, it needs to get to about $1 by the end of the year. Now, if we don't get a Bitcoin dominance correction until the end of the year, then I think it's likely that the altcoin season will start at the beginning of next year, and it will not follow what it did in the previous 2 cycles. But like I said, we are almost overbought on the monthly, so I think it's very likely that we get a correction very soon, and that could be very bullish for the other altcoins and for Cardano as well. So that's what I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want to support the channel and if you want access to all of our charts. Like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.